Yes, top of the moment to you anywhere where they watch us from. It's another beautiful Thursday, and we wish you now the best and the very best of it. And I did here with no other person but my ever delectable, sweet, sexy angel.
Thank you,
Baby,
sweet.
how you doing?
I'm very well. How you doing?
Minus the rush.
No, yeah. Anyway, so guys, feels good. Just everything Shola talk to be here again tonight. How you guys doing? Obviously, you know, say it's another Thursday on top your #1 family entertainment channel with Shola and Slimmytee. They always put every evening from 7 to 8. You know they do them on Wednesday, we know they do them on Tuesday. As a matter of fact, you not see us here on Monday evening, but once it's Thursday and it's 7, then we have to be here to give you guys, call us your love doctors. Like I was telling Chief in the say, we are your love doctors.
Yes,
so it is no mistake if you call us or you refer to us as that on a Thursday.
Yes, we are your love doctors, and we are here to make sure that we treat everything, relationship or anything with relationship, guys bring. I know one thing about there's this thing I've been read up. They say why most creative people, their handwriting no they too fine. They say many things they run
and they think plenty things. They always.
It's very possible you are thinking about 3, 4, 5 things at a time. So
you know, as you myself, when you know they into production, I think, trust me, when it comes to creativity, I give it to production people. You know, people like us, where they in the media, your head is always calculating. Okay, you have a show for 7 to 8. You think about that. You're coming again first thing tomorrow. That comes into play again in your head. Do you understand? And you don't want that to counter waiting day on ground right now. And then you're done with that. Maybe as a boss, you have to start thinking of other productions where they on ground, may no flop. You're still thinking about, especially you will be man.
Deadline.
You're still thinking about family. Okay, what can I do? Oh, this woman needs this. My kids, they want this.
And you have to balance
everything.
And there must never be a mistake. So go easy, but yes, we thank God now we will find ourselves and we're happy to be here. And we love the fact that we are here. Because yes, let me quickly give a shout out to us too, because at times they make person appreciate what they do. Some of our friends will be like, what are they doing? You used to sit down.
Come and sit.
The day when one of our friends come for promo here and I laugh.
He go do like 100 times.
150.
Then you know say it's not just
every day the other day now we laugh there. Now it's
the tension. You know, I give it to us.
When they be like normal for you, we be like say just the normal.
Because we're used to it.
Because if they beam this light to some other people, everything we dey inside your head where you want to talk, you go first forget them. And it's like a normal light.
Yeah, I think see, we OAPs, right? Whether you be public speaker, you be MC and all of that, this job, they build your confidence. Because the truth is, there is nobody, I don't think there's anywhere I cannot speak. Unless if I don't want to just talk. Do you understand? But I'm not going to ever dare shy to express myself. Some parties, the way we say you, the times I don't want to say anything. I just want to enjoy myself. I'll be like, please, I'm not coming as Slimmy. Because Slimmy is the talker. Slimmy this is a brand. She's a brand. But Tola is life of the party. Tola is Onshele. I need to be. Do you understand? So I always tell people I'm a 2 different person. When I'm in the studio, whether I'm in front of the camera or I'm on the mic, that is Slimmytee. So if you meet me for outside and you just see me, they observe, like just they look and no talk. That is Adetola. So she's like a 2 different. So if you think it's easy,
because when you talk, when you talk, when you know, like you say. You know that some people will tell you when they see just 20 persons before them, if they hold mic, they hang with the say,
everything they get for their head don't run.
20, 500 people, they are go hold mic, I go even they relate.
Even they relate with them.
It's not until that time you now know why they pay speakers that huge amount of money. Because it might seem very easy that maybe it's just but when you see the crowd, when you see some faces when they smile, when you see some faces when won't be like talk with you.
They carry their problem come because they feel you have the solution to the problem.
Some people even talk like, what do you want to talk? Whenever
hear like, so, okay, you want to impress me, so tell us.
You have to make everybody happy. So that is what they have been paid for, and that's why we are here. So therefore, so shout out to all OAPs, in radio, be TV, anywhere, public speaker. You're all doing a great job, and God will continue to strengthen us, because it's not a big deal. It's not easy.
I think it also comes with you doing what you love, you know, because I tell people I hardly get tired. As a matter of fact, the days I don't find myself on air, now like a part of me they miss.
Sure.
Do you understand? So when you do that thing you love, you feel sick. So when you do that thing you love, you wouldn't even see the stress. While Amy was doing my makeup, I was yawning. I was tired. Like water was actually coming out of my eyes. But then I just told myself, I know if I sit on this seat now, all of this stress, everything will just disappear. So it will even show. And that's because na passion. Do you understand? There's a drive. It's a force that you can't explain. Most times people ask you, okay, they've asked me countless times, I say, sure, you and Shola, they get script. Do you have a rundown? I say we just come
it comes,
and we just deliver and we just go. No rundown, no program
format. If you ever do it in any way you love, it is just God. It's just intuition. It's just what it is. It is not scripted. It is what you give us, we will read. We will not deliberate on who said go chook mouth on top. So on top of that, we welcome you to another wonderful evening on Top Marry Me. Well, we're going to read letter, most definitely letter, don't they? Say every week, and we carry one story, another, who will supply us come. And they will self come, they call different calls, they come in and they carry on our phone, they call us with the open phone lines to show, say, now we plus you, they do the show together.
All right, so let me ask Shola. I think I was supposed to ask this last week. What training are you intending to give your male child? Are you going to train him as you train your female child or your female kids or daughters, or your daughters, let me say, or you are going to give him a different form of training?
Absolutely. I love that question. Let me start with. It's a wonderful question, and it's something that radiates in my head a lot. I'm going to give him a stiffer, tighter, and a more, it's stiffer, tighter, and a tougher training. Right. In the sense that, see, the girls are my angels. One, they are the elder, and I should show them love. But for the boy, is the last boy, one. Then number 2 is the only boy, at least for now. And number 3, I don't want this syndrome of, in fact, I don't tell the mama since when it's small, say this syndrome of you are the only son. I don't want it anywhere around me. In fact, it's the only son will make him work more, as far as I'm concerned. See, Slimmy, the way you train your child now, so you go meet him there. Wow. Now God help person train pikin. Yeah. Some people go train pikin, the pikin no go on here. Some people no train at all, and some pikin retrain themselves. So now that 3 category now in the thing there. Some people train their pikin. Shout out to some parents. They try now the pikin no one here.
No one just do.
Now that one they call akogba. Then some parents no train their pikin at all. Now that one they call abiko. You no train them at all. Then the 3rd category now in they call, they want to say he train himself. Otsunra B, Atumbi. You know, you see anybody train him.
But it took time to like.
As a parent, we must know that. I said it's a very wonderful question because we must know that we owe these children a lot in terms of training. Most especially the male child must let something radiate in his head. And what is that? That see, anywhere I stop, you must take it from there. Nobody say you must reach me. So if I am a BSc holder, congratulations to all my children. You must earn masters before you even talk of doing anything. And if I want to punish you, I go and get my masters now. You must go for PhD. Why? Because the prayer of every parent should not be make my pikin reach me. Should be my pikin beat me. Yeah. Beat me, pass me. So I don't know where that question is coming from, but my children, especially the son like me, should be ready to work. Because you must either rubbish all this record of mine by setting a brand new one, but don't think equaling my record is
makes you a champ. Yeah.
But for the girls, they are my angels.
Yeah, I think it's like why I'm being asked now because these days I just feel say why some male they always choose to do different in the society now because now different in the odd sense anyways. When I see a male child misbehaving, they'll tell you, say which kind of training, especially if he happens to be the only male child in the family. So you ask yourself, which kind of training he been get from the parent? Okay, because he was the only son, then they be give him this preferential training where first off, they don't tell him how to respect a girl child. Do you understand? They don't teach him how to hustle because if you say he did ground already, come on, I'm the heir to the throne, so whatever it is, will still come back to me. Or he maltreats women. And now because of this kind of training, they don't give him this is the only boy, is the egg. We have to give him this training. We have to pamper him. We have to make sure he's fine and all of that. So that was actually why I asked, because I just feel the same training, I feel personally, say the same training would they give our female children. You know, if I have to teach my girl child how to respect everybody, I also have to teach my male child how to respect everybody.
Maybe so in times two.
Even in the times of kitchen itself, because some people be like, a woman's place. I know, and let's talk and say, fine.
Okonjo we are last place in
Bless
the kitchen.
you, in the kitchen. Now she's in WTO. Because you see so many male wey no sabi cook, Shola, and because say, maybe growing up, they be no get the opportunity. It wasn't even a force. When I get home, there will be food. So whether you know they better enter kitchen.
You don't know how much pepper
even how much pepper they. Do you understand?
You don't know how much.
You know sabi launder. It doesn't wash because
these
it's a no child.
These are the people that when they get to NYSC or go for service now, all the allowance where they give them now for booker they go chop and finish.
Yes, now obvious now so because they can't even cook, they can't do anything, they can't even learn.
Stove.
So their type, they would expect my girlfriend do everything, and then when the girl herself comes to say, "Hello, sorry, I'm no slave. I'm not doing," it becomes a problem. Then to you, she's not submissive, she's not respect. Guy, before you marry, there are some certain things you need to do yourself. You've got to learn to cook yourself because you can't end up spending all the money where you earn for where booker or eatery. You they spend them on this. If you learn to cook yourself, see, you're not even doing me a favor. You're actually doing, and I'm thankful to God for those men that can actually enter the kitchen even without their wife. You'll see some men. That's why I'll give on to Chief every day. And when he tells me, Slimmy, I go to the market. He knows the price. He doesn't demean you. He know kill your moral. He know kill your standard. If you choose to up your wife is upsetting. Because the truth is, you already had the training before you became a husband. So why do you not have to? It's not going to be a big deal when you guys marry. When you see you supporting your wife, telling her, babes, don't worry, I'm taking up the market today. Don't worry, I'll go for the shopping. Don't worry, let me handle the kitchen. What do you want? Do you want fried rice? Do you understand? It's not vegetable. She don't give you vegetable. It's just a habit where you say you don't already cultivate, or you were trained, you were brought up that way before you got married, and it only makes your marriage sweeter.
I'm telling you.
It makes it better.
It makes it sweeter,
seriously.
makes it better, and you too, you go enjoy your life. Nobody say you go talk, say, once one woman no cook for you now, your whole life.
You don't envy that.
So if enter kitchen, women, they love men. When we say, when they say, I'm not cooking, they can't go cook. You go say, the woman go, they envy you.
I'm tired, I just go back.
Envy you because you say, my husband, and you be a sort of brag and pride.
Yes, now, inspiration to other men. So I just feel we should just.
I think it's very good because another lesson where they did vis-a-vis this question where you ask me, see the one where happen. I think it's in UK, but it happened to African parent. That boy we been shoot the mama because the mama talk say making him get himself a job.
Yes, yeah.
Afro-American,
yeah.
But we see the
imagine.
I want to I know my own submission on that thing be say no be that day it starts.
Obviously.
When something happens, it didn't start that day.
No.
So for that boy to pull out a gun and pull a trigger, he shows say that the way for your mama and he killed the mama. So he shows say the way they don't bring him up be that because I did been say the mama don't show am say no na like this life be na like this. You no go reach that level of.
You go get God. Because you say your mama say may go find work for your own betterment o, for your own life, go find job. It becomes a problem.
Waiting don't involve gun for that kind of thing. So now him be say make we no look say because na man so he deserves.
You teach your girl child manners. You teach your male child to be rude.
He deserves some immunity clause. And he be a man if he talk to anybody anyhow. But if na the girls you go spank them, you go beat them. And this thing Slimmy now from child. Now in the start when the girl talk they go say even the boy if he dey younger to the sister they go say efile aburo
ni leave am the only boy you're so mean.
And this thing forgive me apologies to women na more
mothers
Emma no touch am and you see this thing before you say 20 is even too much
20 from
16 17 this thing go don become blood. So we dey beg parents because this one na marry me show and it encapsulates papa mama pikin everything wey dey make household wey dey make family how they talk about for this program. We dey beseech una please no separate, no use gender take train pikin. Good is good, bad is bad. Whether it's a boy or it's a girl. Now submission be that. Wetin we carry come this evening?
We'll see how good or bad it is.
Yes.
Anyway, so MCR, I'm sure you guys are ready for us. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, obviously the break we are going for is for you guys to read the letter.
Yes, an issue of training self.
It's still there inside.
Inside with you carry come. Go nowhere. We'll be right back. My name is Christopher and I really love your show. Slimmy and Shola, please, how else do I tell my wife to stop reporting me or our family issues to an outsider? At first, She started with my uncle, and at least my uncle calls me nothing less than twice a month. After much persuasions, making her realize that every family has its own issues, then the current one now is our pastor. The pastor has called me more than 4 times to advise me on petty family issues in a space of 1 month. To her, she feels she's doing the family a lot of good. But in my mind, I know this matter, if care is not taken, would be used to insult us in the nearest future. I woke her up in the middle of the night and even suggested means at which we can sort out problems. But I guess this reporting system is already a part of her, and it is getting me really angry. Please, Slimmytee and Shola, how can I make her stop this naughty habit? Yes, so you're welcome back, and most definitely we enjoy what we do, because we say they get fun inside the studio here. In as much as we don't table the letter for today, you don't see I'm Mr. Christopher. You don't hear waiting talk, and this is a very sensitive issue, because if we look it's very easy to say, why the woman go to talk about her husband now? You know, good, this, that. But we don't see so many marriage we've been crippled in no time because there's nobody to talk to, because there's no counselor. And if we look at from the other side again, the man makes some very salient, very intelligent points by saying, why you go to carry our matter, go outside? Because at the end of the day, most of this is where they tell these people, they go still take and laugh us in the nearest future. So wait till be on our own advice, wait till be on our own take, wait till if you say make Mr. Christopher do, because Mrs. Christopher, on top any small thing, or carry the matter, first now the uncle, he dey go meet. The man talks say the uncle they call him from time to time. Now he talks say as he don't wanna, he don't even tell the uncle again. And the pastor, and they carry matter go meet.
Some people are just like that. And you see why most marriages on they broken. Now because of the kind of person where they share your burdens with. The truth is, you don't even know who they wish you were. You don't even know who gets your I want who gets you for mind. Yeah,
but this is your pastor now. Your pastor should, Abi.
Shola, yes, he's my pastor.
Enjoy Nana.
You know, what if he was not the one that joined us? The fact that he joined us does not mean I have to carry every of my family problem. Go meet my pastor. When they say she reported to the uncle, I didn't have issues with it because obviously this is not your family member. I shouldn't report to an outsider. But then at the second thought, I can't reason and say, okay, she going to report to the pastor, she figure her reasons in the sense that maybe when she reports to your uncle, blood, you get how your uncle feel correct you reach, and you get how if he take listen to correction, because you can say, do I even owe him an explanation? It means my uncle. You will not teach me how to. But you know, some people they say they respect their a man of God.
Yeah,
do you understand?
Religious
leaders. They always, in short, you get some when we say then you call their husband name for house. Yeah, Shola. The way they call the name, but you see their leader, whoever it is, where they now like king. Then they need. In short, some if they won't give their husband food now standing. Do you understand? To even bend down, put the food for table here is always a problem. But call and say the person whether now they are religious leader. Let me just use that as an example. In short, if you call them once, they call back 10 times. Do you understand? So now it's okay for us to have women like that value their religious leader past the husband we put them for house. So maybe that way she should reason say, let me go and tell him, or she feel say the husband get the fear of their religious leader in picture, say, I know you respect this man very well. So if I tell this man, I know say him go, if he call my husband once, he's going to answer 10 times. Maybe that was the situation, but I really do not like, because speaking for self, even as a single lady, I hate when I have issues with you and report me to people. I'll tell you if I have issues with you, come talk to me. No matter how hard I feel, say I be. Words, they always get me going. I get more emotional with words than when you, I don't know. But if you talk to me, I go pick the one I filter. I will pick the one. But you now reporting, you report first to the guy uncle. You're just making him. At the end of the day, it's the man.
Be like this now.
It's the man.
I feel make we open phone lines. Waiting, Mr. Christopher fit.
He's even a gentleman, Shola, because he get a part of the letter where I see, right? When he talks, say he don't even wake her up for night.
Say, please, no report.
Can you just stop reporting? And a man wey wan save in house go even dey wake you up, they try tell you, say, guys, stop. Because what are you reporting? This is even a man that is intended to listen. Because the truth is, if he doesn't want to listen, he will not even wake you up any time of the day to say he won't discuss anything with you. But because he's got a good heart, he get listening here. He still sees you as a wife. And you need to understand that, that people are not perfect. You didn't marry a perfect man. So it is just okay for you. What does he do? And then for like listening to the woman part. Because for her to be reporting, obviously must get things where the man they do.
Something go there where the man they do.
So there must be something the man is doing that she doesn't like. But if she's reporting, yeah, even lucky she's not reporting to her friends. Because the committee of friends will tell her, say, oh, you're missing. Oh, if I were you, I would do it like this. Jar, and then you jar yourself out of the house. But thank God, she has just reported to 2 people, which I'm not still in support of. Whether the pastor knew, whether the brother knew, I am not in support of, unless otherwise. Now,
we now want our viewers at home to enlighten us. If it should be like this, how Mr. Christopher?
Because he's actually tired.
Because he's tired. And if you look from that letter, the way they describe that habit in a naughty habit. Because he believes, say, this thing, and so they say, guilt and shame. And he can't even talk something, yes, say, this thing where they go talk, fine. You might be enjoying it that you are reporting me now. But sooner or later, they go use 2 of us laugh. And that's the most sensitive part for me in that letter. Because the man, they realize, say, true be told you, they report and they enjoy them. But how about...
really enjoy her.
Yes, because if you know...
If you don't enjoy it, but it's true, Sha. Because obviously, what does she stand to gain? Why is she reporting up? And you have to be very... Why most of us, why we dey level where we dey now? Because of the wrong people who don't advise us. Wrong people who don't tell, where we don't give our matter to.
Sure.
You have to be very careful. Even just saying our friends. When you want to report your friend, you have to be very careful. This person, they tell your friend's story, or when you even they tell your own personal life history. Now, person where you know say get good intentions towards you. The heart of man is desperately wicked. People they say they're single, they are just looking for how to even make sure say that marriage where you get.
No
you
work.
know old, you know work. Person wey don dey pray for 10 years, where husband no gree come, you gonna carry your matter go give am. Which advice one may tell you? You say, you see, that's why I'm still single, because I don't want stress. And then you say, okay, the reason, and say, it's true. You see my friend now, there's no headache. She's not using any medicine.
And you don't know, say she dey envy what you get.
So the minute you break up now, you can't come back and cry to her. She can't tell you, say, but I did not tell you to break. But I didn't to that.
People will see the recent drama for these public figures. I don't want to mention their name. Last month, early last month, where one talk, say, about some years ago when they break up, say, why would they break up? Say, I dey suspect, say, you date my husband. You say, I'm nothing like that. Me and you now see, we be like sister. My blood. Now, Shebu will see year 2011.
My dear, they don't get
2021.
They have a child already.
Hey, Toyosi.
They have a child, yes, a son, sir.
Toyosi.
Hello.
How you doing, Toyosi?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, oh, thank God.
Turn down your volume.
So, how you feel, say, Mr. Christopher, fit take correct his wife, or what do you even feel about this woman when they report the husband?
Actually, what I thought is that she's wrong because she's not supposed to include a third party in a relationship in the first place. Being a family member or an outsider, a religious leader whatsoever, a third party is not supposed to be in the relationship affair. However, if she actually wants to get things done with the man, for the man to call her at night to speak with her, then as he rightly said, he is a listening person. It is when you have taken the bold step of talking to him, when you now discover that there is no changes, that's when you can now take further steps to respond to a third party. But from the letter, the lady didn't even actually call the man at all.
At all, yeah.
Before taking it further to a third party. So in that aspect, she is actually very, very wrong for including a third party into her affair.
So what it might make the man do now?
The only thing I would just suggest to the man is that if you try and calm the wife down, then talk to her. Because as a man, you should definitely know the woman's weak point. Weak point to the sense that there are some buttons that he will press.
Like which button? Like which button?
As a woman that you are, tell us which button.
You definitely know how mumu buttons now.
Anyway, how women get mumu button?
Everybody get mumu button.
That is just
everybody gets.
Try as much as possible. Or if that is now not working, he himself will now go to the same pastor. Then maybe they should now call them together and go for a counseling together.
Yes. Maybe they can. And you see, that part is missing in our society.
Sure.
Do you understand? Once
People
in a
don't
while.
know the difference between a counselor and the religious leader.
Yes, once in a
counselor
while.
is somebody that you don't even know will talk to some of you, and that's the end of the contract.
It talks to you guys.
And even if you meet for party, dare not say that I know you.
Yes, now.
Dr. Kamal, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Oh.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Well, I don't know.
Thank you.
You see, there's this Yoruba day that says, Arukapa ni jajelo. Whoever that either a wife or the husband that continues to talk about his partner outside, it's so bad. In fact, I even find it very difficult to know the kind of advice I'm going to offer because that kind of a thing, even you reporting to your immediate relations is wrong.
Yeah.
Because you don't know those those that don't love you.
Yeah.
They may be smiling with you, but at the same time,
who says they are happy for you?
Even if they are your blood.
So the woman should stop the habit, honestly, and the husband should be prayerful.
It's irritating.
Maybe prayer can solve the matter. I don't know. It's a bad habit.
Very bad.
Very
you
bad
know
habit.
she's such a talker because I try imagine how she been live her own single life. Do you understand?
Because,
because a woman that is reserved, Shola, will always even want to seek an inner solution. Like, okay, let me try this. But you see, for somebody that is a talker, Shola, they are always looking for validation. For somebody that is a talker, they most times seek for validations.
Is this not Nuhu?
No.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. It's me.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
We are good. How is the family?
Oh, we are managing. We are begging them.
To take us the way we are.
Yes, we are begging them.
So, Nuhu, what do you think about this matter?
Yes.
First and foremost,
You see, my point of... Yes. You were saying something.
I said first and foremost the habit of this woman, then second the solution, the panacea, way forward. Is there any remedy this man can apply to this problem?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to say. I said my point of departure on this issue is that woman or the lady is not ready for marriage before she got married. That sense of maturity is not there in her.
No, let me quickly ask you this question. No, you are married, I'm married. Yeah. Is anybody ever ready or ripe for marriage? It's a very sensitive question, and I want you to answer. Because I know most people, they grow inside marriage.
Yes, but then you as a human being, you as a person, as an individual, you should plan your life. Like me, I use myself as an example. My initial plan is at least to get married at the age of 30, on or before my 30 years and birthday anniversary. I should be married. But as God wants it, I got married at the age of 32. So that means I am prepared and I'm ready for marriage.
True.
I don't know if you understand.
True.
So somebody, people should be ready for marriage before getting married. Not just because you say fine boy, you say fine girl, you love him, you like her, you go into it.
When you say people should be ready, no, sorry to cut you, sir. When you say people should be ready before they marry, what does that really mean? Does that mean that there are some things they must deliberately drop?
Yeah, some habits.
Yes, exactly. Because the life, it is a two parallel line that are not supposed to meet. Your habit as a single lady or as a single boy, and your habit and behavior as a married woman or as a married man, they are two parallel lines that can never meet or should never be toyed with.
They can never meet. I concur. They can never meet.
Yes, in my language, I am an Igala man. There is this adage that we said, and we are for. So what is forbidden is forbidden. There are certain things a married man ought not to be doing.
Yeah.
There are certain things a married woman ought not to be doing. So once you are ready, you prepared your mind, you are ready, you are going into these things. You should drop those things in your father's house before coming to your husband's house or before you setting up your own family.
True.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
From this letter, the lady in question has not even confronted the husband. Look, what this thing you are doing, this one you are doing, I don't like it. But you are reporting him outside to the uncle, to the pastor. Who knows? The next stage might be the friends.
I'm
Just like
telling
you
you,
said.
seriously,
Once
that's
they take
it.
you to that committee
I
of
concur.
friends, once she takes you to that committee of friends,
It
It becomes a
marriage
beer
is
parlor
as
You
good as
don't even
discussion.
finish. Like, that marriage don't go.
They
be
go
that.
take and laugh for beer parlor.
Yes.
That marriage is gone.
Now, if your husband or your wife wake you up middle of the night and talk to you on something, and you are still doing it, that means
it takes
you are not there.
That thing is serious.
You are not there. I remember my late father very well. If he wants to talk to us, 1 a.m., he will come and knock at your door or call you and talk to you. That talk, you will never forget it. You will never, ever dare not to do whatever you have agreed to do with him at that particular godly or ungodly hour, according to whoever is in charge.
Thank you.
So now,
Thank
going
you.
forward,
Okay.
going forward, just like Toyosi said, let them go for marriage counselors.
Yeah.
Not pastors, not uncle, not. I know the guy is ready. The guy is ready.
He's even
Before
ready to
coming
make the
out like
marriage
this,
work.
he is bothered.
Yeah.
He is bothered, yes, and he wants that home to stay.
Yeah.
So please, let them go for a marriage counselor, especially the lady. Let her know the distance between married woman and a single lady. Maybe most of our friends are still single out there.
Sure.
And she wants to join them.
Yeah.
Or she enjoys
something like
them being single,
where she gets her
living the
advice
life they are living.
Thank you, no. Thank you so much. No, we'll talk two things.
Thank you.
I'll take them back to waiting to your sister talk. First off, Shola, these days we dey disregard counseling. See, it is not until you have crisis or till you begin to get crisis for your marriage.
Yes.
Once in a while, if not just once a year, you guys should go back. Just talk with a counselor. They ask you guys, because the truth is, there's so much pressure, right? We've got so much pressure in the land that there are times you just have this psychological disorder. Do you understand? And you need somebody to just talk you through. There are times you bear some things in mind. That can just bring you back to normal. Yeah. You know, there are sometimes you have some things in your mind that you cannot even tell your husband. But when you have I don't want to call them psychologists now. When you have all of these counselors, they tend to ask you questions. Be like,
people you
and
don't
you
get to see
you
on
don't get
every
to
daily
see.
basis.
You know, they ask you questions, you express yourself, and you feel lighter.
Slimmy.
And it builds your marriage. But we feel, do I need it? You do.
Instead of going to
you
the
do.
uncle,
Instead of going to meet your uncle and
you say something and I tap into that and say marriage now waiting person they ready for, because your life as a single and your life as a married man now two parallel lines, they can never meet. You see, if you're ready to marry, the meaning be say you ready to leave some plenty things. You get one thing when my papa they always talk. Let's take Tolu and I would say, Tolu, how you doing?
I'm okay. Good evening.
Good evening, Tolu.
Yeah, my contribution to this matter is you see the way the lady. I'm not going to blame the lady. The matter is supposed to be what is it called? Domestic violence that we want in the relationship or divorce. If this lady has taken courage to report her husband to her pastor or her uncle, I think she has done a good thing. In the sense that
that's another age.
If the husband has been doing something wrong and this lady can't take it any longer, somebody don't even have courage to go out and go and report. Some we take it as an issue that are like kind of fighting in the house, disturbing the husband. The husband will not have the rest of mind. But for her to take a courage to go and meet her pastor, I think she has been wanting the husband. I think there is a thing that man is doing that she's not happy about. That guy also to check himself. That particular thing that he's doing that makes her wife to go and report to her husband. You should stop doing
I think I see. See.
it. You get?
No, I actually say yes because I was saying
we've not heard from the angle of that lady.
Yeah, because for her to be reported, there should be a reason.
There is something wrong that he is doing. If that guy refuses to change, that lady will continue.
Sure.
You get?
Then another thing.
You get?
Yeah, we do. Thank you very much, Tolu.
Like I dey talk, from waiting to talk, we are really subscribing to. You see, any man we're ready to marry must ready to drop a lot of things. And my father probably say, Odelumani only. Papa go tell say, na mumu dey get wife for house.
Okay, what does
any
it mean?
man, it means that any man that wants to prove that he's wise and wants to show people that he's really a man, such a man will never have a wife.
Because you don't even
tolerance,
need to.
that's what he's talking about, tolerance.
Mrs. Femi.
Mrs. Femi, how you doing?
Fine, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm really enjoying the talk on this.
Thank you,
Mrs.
Thank
Femi.
you very much.
I said that she called and I didn't follow up immediately. I just tuned to it and I'm hearing what the conversation and the calls that was coming in.
Okay.
Mrs. Fumi, the woman, they always go report her husband.
Now is that people that have been hearing their conversation was they're discussing about the women. What about the men?
What's happened to the men?
What happened to
What
the
about the man that talks marriage issue outside?
That was
Not
saved,
even to
Disha.
the pastors,
Say some man too, they do this
Yes,
kind
now.
thing.
but to friends outside.
That's true.
Are not supposed to know what is happening in the marriage. And that's the kind of people the husband will go outside and be discussing with. And telling them some issues that is happening in the home. And which is not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this is only the women.
Yeah.
Men also
very
discover
correct.
Women that behave like women.
Mrs.
some
Fumi,
men
you are absolutely correct.
Now women, but now men, them born them. True talk,
Yes,
though.
it's true.
True talk.
It's true.
Yeah,
You're
you
absolutely
talk,
right.
see, yeah, there,
Some men, they do.
yes, there were two things I actually wanted to talk about. First off, that of third party. Trust me, I really do not have issues with third party. Yes,
Sure.
I don't have issues with third party because the truth is there are times that you might just need to tell somebody waiting the issue for your house, right? But you need to just be sure of this person you are telling. Now, if you go
Does
through
he really
domestic,
have your back? Is it?
you know, the issue of domestic violence, that's not why so many people don't die, because they've chosen to keep quiet. Then they feel waiting, okay, then they fear for waiting society go talk, then they
At
fear
the
for
end of
waiting
the
family
day-
go talk, and then they suck everything in, and then
when
they end
they
up
suck
dying.
and they come burst.
They come burst. Do you understand? Which is death. So now you need to just be sure of the person you're confiding. That's now waiting at the talk say, you have to be sure of this person you are telling your story. That indeed this person has my back. Okay, this person will give me right advice. And the truth is, you get to a stage in your life that you don't even need a messiah to tell you this is right or this is wrong. You should be able to filter. It is not
separate right
everything
from
Shola
left.
says that you have to sink in. You say you go back to your comfort. Okay, Shola don't give me this advice about my marriage.
Which one be my
It
own
is not.
girl?
No, you get which
no
one am I
concern me? You
taking?
see
Which
fit.
one am I throwing
You filter
away?
it.
But when you have to take in everything, Shola say go and kill him. It's not man enough. And then you self, you don't forget say God forbid if anything happens, not only you go your jail. Shola might not even come there to come and visit you. You
Sure.
carry your body alone.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, you are gone. Shola is living his life. Do you understand? So we need to be able to filter that that, and I think the other one I'm supposed to talk about when we come back from.
Yes, let's go on this chicken break. Most definitely one will come back. Marry me. Go to continue. Go nowhere.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's 7:47.
Time
What
is
a
fast spent,
time.
man.
0747. I like that.
James
Yeah,
Bond.
9 be the time. Yes, 9 be the time, yeah. So meaning say we don't reach that level. So we just take one, maybe two more calls before we come round up. But most definitely we don't learn a lot. Starting
Yeah.
from Dr. Kamal, Mrs. Femi. It wasn't Mrs. Femi that first even no, Mrs. Femi first take the first twist. Bless one guy, one guy first take the first
okay,
say,
yeah.
we don't even to blame this woman. We don't know maybe the woman they suffer domestic violence.
Because she'll get reasons why she did report.
And if they say make she keep quiet, and as so she go keep quiet, see they knock her the one which she go die. Which we don't read so many stories like that. So there are two sides to a coin.
Always.
Yes,
always. So that's now I wish she feel also right us to just see our own part of the whole story.
And from Nuhu, we're saying really talking lovely things where I really tap into. Anybody we're ready to marry as a man, you must first ready to be mumu. Because now only mumu they get wife for house. I wife they get wife for house. My wife no fit control me.
I'm a man.
My wife no fit control me, no fit get wife. My papa they always tell us when we're small. But we go laugh, say, wait today, because when my father talks, the way they talk, effortless, but you go laugh, my father go say, ọ̀dẹ̀ ló máa ń níyàwó nílé ẹni tó bá gbọ́n níyàwó nílé
ẹni tó bá gbọ́n
in proverb be say na mumu na they get wife for house. Anybody wey wise, you go see say the person wey dey call oga wey dey fear for office abi wey dey fear for street or a king when you reach house they go say na him wife dey control. You can't begin the one that say oh
with all the gra. Elizabeth.
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm watching your program.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Today with you.
Yeah, I'm watching your program. They should ask the man the particular thing that is making the woman to report to.
Ma'am.
Because there's something that is doing that is making the woman to report to. And she should stop doing that so that the woman will stop reporting him. That's just what I have to contribute.
Thank you very much.
It's still lying, all of us still there.
Yeah, so make we quickly talk about Ibrahim.
Yes, so I'll hook up.
Ibrahim, because the show self now for singles we want mingle.
Yep.
So Ibrahim now 27-year-old, Lagos based. He even talks in a Muslim lady in wants in specify. So if you say be Muslim lady, yes. So Ibrahim 27, location Lagos. Please, I need a Muslim girl between the ages of 18 and 25 years. I'm a 27-year-old businessman. I am into field and farming business. So on top of that, you don't tell us what thing they do. If you know say the thing go well with you, why not?
Why not? If not, all right. So if you want to get hooked, you know what to do. Michael from Lagos.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, Michael.
Good evening.
How are you doing today?
Fine.
All right. Please go on.
Okay. I'm calling from Lagos, and I want to speak concerning this marriage issue.
Please go on.
Please feel free.
Yeah, this is what I'm exactly passed through here now. Over my wife, exactly what you said.
Wow.
Some women are very, very stubborn. You understand? They are very dangerous and stubborn to listen to a husband. You're speaking about taking a matter to their palace and others. Fine, but the woman are very stubborn. Like what happened to me a few days ago, that I was given a notice from the landlord to pack out from the house is from the woman. Because by saying that he should not do this, and is this doing that? You understand? And the landlord was saying that since he said that he should not do this and you have been doing this, you have to pack out of the house.
Are you still together with your wife now?
Yes.
Now, well, now won't come because now obviously now we go look for money to start renting another house. An agent agreement, everything go join. How she feel about this whole thing?
Yeah, because she's...
Hello? Oh, hope we didn't lose him. Because I won't just ask, oh my word, I hope he tries to call back.
It's a very sensitive matter.
Yeah, very sensitive. Imagine, you see waiting with the always talk, so all carry issues come.
Now, waiting they happen with the talk
based
about.
on waiting they share and they talk about.
They always talk one thing for our neighbors who know me and for those who they watch. I always tell them, if you want to ask for money for anything, please don't ask my family. Ask me when I come. I'll give you. Now they always give my wife too one warning or one training. No matter what anybody does, don't react. Don't take any action until I come, because if any action where you take, maybe you insult landlord or you fight landlord and everything. Now they say once we no be your house and you give your pikin collar wali, now you go still collar jade because no be your house. Now they get the house. Landlord fight tenant go. Tenant fight landlord.
And landlord go remain, the house go remain.
And now you go they look for money for agreement and commission, agent, and we are not supposed to do good thing. So I feel for this man, but yet my own submission on this is, Oga, I still patience, so because now your own cross with that. Everybody get it cross where they carry for marriage. And like I talk, my papa proverb say, person will get woman for house must be mumu. You too wise, I too know. I know they take nonsense. You know they marry.
The truth is, I just stay in a fix because I don't even know what I want to talk. Because first of all, I commend your courage. I commend your submissiveness to your wife, because it takes a man which really want marriage to work to even come down to this level where you come down to. But then you need to ask her, maybe there's something you're also doing. Because why would she be reporting you if you did do legit? Do you understand? So I think there is more to it. So maybe call her for the last time and ask her, why do you like reporting me? Why can't you just settle this as husband and wife? Do you understand?
And if you said no one thing what you they do, what you know say no good.
And you don't tell us.
Because you know if they chook and screwdriver.
Your cousin make she no complain at all. So she can't be she's not a mad person now.
Slimmy, if they chook me screwdriver make her dey laugh. No. So something the way you they do, bros. You said check yourself. I take balance the equation with that on that note.
Yes, I'll see you guys with Chief tomorrow morning. My name is Slimmytee.
Shola Fonja. Good night.